Evening again. Um, so, real quick before I do my review, I wanted to give you an update. I did find another Captain Kirk, and so I did manage to get his right hand off and switch it. So now he can. This particular one can hold the phaser rifle in his right hand. Um, It's strange because the hand that actually comes on him that holds the regular phaser, uh, the peg looks like it was not meant for the hand to come off, the way the peg was shaped, and how much of a struggle it was to get the hand off. I'm not going to put the hand on. Um, that's why I have the other Captain Kirk figure. That one will hold the phaser in the right hand. So, anyway, um, what's funny about this is that, so in the other Captain Kirk figure, the left hand can hold the rifle, while in this figure, the right hand can hold the rifle. Um, this figure's left hand can actually hold the phaser, and the right hand can hold the communicator. So it's reversed on the figures as to which side holds what, which is pretty funny. Even though this one has kind of what looks like a deformed left hand. So, alright, so on to what to review. So I couldn't really figure out exactly which one I wanted to review, so I figure I'll review all three of them for you. Sorry, you're probably seeing a bunch of like jump cuts. My cat's being an idiot at the moment, just trying to destroy the house. So, wanted to do a review on three GameStop exclusives. These are the Jim Lee Justice League. I guess you could say Justice League, because, I mean, it is the Trinity of the Justice League. So the first three Justice League members. So, or the founding members, I should say. So, such as the Man of Steel himself. Let's see if I can move that back a little bit. Maybe move him there. And then we have Wonder Woman. She's the real problem one to get to stand. And then Batman, who's actually not hard to get to stand at all. So yeah, these are exclusives at Justice League, and they're kind of done in the comic book style, of Jim Lee. And so these are pretty nice figures. They're not the most articulated, but that's okay by me. As long as they have some articulation, and they do. They do not come with any accessories, even though Wonder Woman, as you could see, has an open hand that can hold something. But I guess if you have some accessory, she'll be able to hold that. But the rest of them do not have any hands that can actually hold something. So we'll break these down one by one real quick. So as you can see, they kind of have the cell shading to them, which is these black lines, and I think it comes out pretty nice, especially mainly on the apparel. I wouldn't say so much on the skin very much. And as you can see, Wonder Woman's outfit. And nice detailing. You see, there's no shading on the back, which I think is really kind of weird, but all on the front. It's hard to tell in this light, but her hair does kind of have a blue tint to it. And you may be able to see it a little there. My camera keeps going in and out of focus. Hopefully she doesn't fall. So there's Batman. I think Batman came out the best of the three, in my opinion. But then again, you go to the back. Oops. They all fell like dominoes. Go to the back and there's no shading there. There's this kind of shading in the cape. And the cape is just one big, like a rubbery piece. And then we have the Man of Steel. You see, got the shading in the back here on the cape, but not on the actual back of the figure. And again, it's another big rubbery piece. Superman looks kind of weird with the smile and everything and the kind of squinty eyes. But, pretty nice. So, articulation. So, my problem with Superman is he doesn't look up. I mean, you could get him in a kind of flying pose, but he's not looking up, which kind of sucks. I mean, he could look down pretty good. So, I mean, if you want to have him in a stand, just kind of up, looking as if he's floating, looking down on somebody, that works. The head can rotate all the way around. It's kind of on a ball joint there. The arms can move all the way around. There is a bicep swivel. And it does pivot at the elbow that far. The arms are supposed to come out, but Superman's are just extremely stiff for whatever reason. They're like, that one comes out a little bit better. Yeah, it's a pain to do. There's no waist pivot or swivel. The arms, or the legs, I mean, move out like that, and there's a bend at the knees, and they do move back quite a bit as well. With Wonder Woman, there's not a whole lot of range of movement in her head as there is in Superman, so she doesn't really look down or up, and that's, the hair getting in the way. You see her arms come out a lot easier on this figure. And again, it's the same articulation for across the board with these figures. For the most part, except like the head, obviously. And then Batman, he has some of the worst movement in the head. I mean, he can't really look up, he can't look down, and it struggles to move around. His arms come out pretty good. A lot better than Superman's. So, I mean, you're not going to get them in a whole lot of dynamic poses. Again, Wonder Woman's like the hardest to get to stand up. But you can get them in at least a somewhat cool Justice League pose of the main three. The big three guns. So, I mean, overall, I really like them, so I would recommend them. If you're wanting, these three figures to be able to actually have more posability, then go with, like, getting the McFarlane line, because he makes, his company makes, like, multiple Supermen. I don't know how many Wonder Womans there are. Wonder Women there are. I do have one of them that I would like to do a review on. That is actually Wonder Woman in her golden armor. And there is quite a bit of articulation on that one. and then they make quite a good number of Batman figures. So, and again, they have a whole lot better articulation. But I think these are just so much better for collectors. They looks really good, like they just popped right out of the comics. So I really like them. They're fairly well made. Well, they are well made. They're well made. Yeah, it sucks that they don't have any accessories, but nevertheless, you don't really need an accessory for Superman. Though I will show you some makeshift accessories, I guess, or some accessories I pulled from other figures to kind of, make these a little better during posing. Okay, so taking some throwing stars from another figure, you can put him in between his digits, and he kind of looks like he's about ready to toss them. Actually, there's some tape on this one just to get it to fit slightly snugly in that part of his hand. I do have this clear band around his hand. And usually this gets Of course, it's not going to do it on camera. There we go. Alright, so got a grapple gun from another figure, and holds on here pretty good, and this is also good for, posing. You want to pose him like he's about to grapple onto a building. For Superman, I actually have... This actually came with a Wolverine figure. So I actually do just sit Superman posed like this, like he's about to bust out of this. So I just have him standing up there like this. I think it works. I think it works a lot better for Superman than it does for Wolverine. This is something you would think associate with Superman busting out of. And then Wonder Woman holding a lightsaber. Kind of works. So beyond that, like I said, they're pretty good for just having up there as your trinity of Justice League figures. I think they're really good. I'm glad to have them as part of my collection, so I do recommend them. So anyway, there you have it. Take care and God bless.